Okay, so there are going to be major endgame spoilers for Breath of the Wild, so if you haven't played the game, or if you don't want to know what happens at the end, you've been warned. I mean, it's a video about the ending, obviously, duh. So I finished Breath of the Wild, and by finished, I beat Ganon and saved Hyrule. I didn't complete it 100%, I only had about 28% after I completed the main story. Jesus Christ, this game's huge. And I gotta say, a little disappointed in its ending. Not the story ending, that's serviceable, it's fine, it's a Zelda ending. I'm talking about the ending after the gameplay ending, because there is none. You get sent back right before you confront Ganon, and you get nothing for beating him. The world is exactly the same as it was. None of the characters acknowledge that you'd beaten him, and he's still there in the castle. Why don't you get to explore the world after he's gone? I mean, I was seriously upset when this happened. I stood up, and I was like, wait, what? Are you serious? I got sent back? What? I then thought, well, maybe there's a reason. Maybe you get something new? Maybe the castle is cleared? Maybe the world is in a different state. Spoiler alert, it's not. It's the exact same right before the final battle. Like, why? I get nothing for saving this godforsaken land? Not even a new weapon, horse, or even a fucking orb in my key items list saying, congrats for beating him? It didn't even say congratulations at the end of the credits. You get Jack! And he doesn't do shit! Now I know this has always been the case for Zelda. The game can't go on without Ganon being an ever-present threat. I mean, every game in the Zelda series, after you defeat Ganon, you're either sent back before the final showdown or into a whole fresh start of the game with maybe a few new things to do. But why? Doesn't it kind of undermine the whole reason for playing? Isn't the whole reason to defeat Ganon so that the world can finally put itself back together without problem? I was so excited to finally beat him, I thought to myself, gosh, can't wait for Ganon to be gone so I can finally save the world and see what it would be like without Ganon, and everyone will stop complaining that I failed them 100 years ago. But the game slaps you in the face and says, no! Fuck your dreams! I don't understand why games keep doing this, especially in open world games. And Zelda isn't the only culprit. It's in many different titles too, like the recent Horizon Zero Dawn that I loved and actually played to 100% completion. It pulled the same shit after the final showdown. And these games make it very clear the world and your adventures can and will continue even after the main baddie is gone. But they don't. Why? I think it might have to do with bad foresight. I'm not a game developer, so I like to think what developers think. I mean, that might not mean that I'm right. So I'm guessing what goes through their head when they make these is, what are you supposed to do after the evil's been eliminated from the world? Whether it be Ganon from Zelda or Hades from Horizon. I mean, the world isn't going to be in danger anymore, so what drive does the player have to keep playing with no villain? How about all the interesting side quests you put into the game, or finding all the secrets you put into the world? Just without the constant threat and reminder that we're not putting off saving the world. Because that's what you're doing when you do side quests. You're putting off saving the world. The world isn't going to be completely free of conflict or problems after the main baddie is gone. It's clear from the start, as most of the characters' problems have nothing to do with the villain at all. That's kind of the point of the side quests. They're off to the side of the main story. But even then, why play after the world's been saved? Well, if you ask me, the whole reason I beat the main story is so that I can see these open worlds without conflict. Okay, so I was on my way up to Hyrule Castle in Breath of the Wild, and I kept thinking to myself, wow, this place is pretty neat. I can't wait to beat Ganon and see all of his stuff gone, so that I can explore this castle without hindrances of guardians and other monsters. Because there's a lot of stuff in this castle that I couldn't be bothered to explore, all due to the constant onslaught of monsters, so I saved it till after the fight. But I never got that after the fight. I never got an extra layer of satisfaction for completing the main quest. I mean, the quest marker doesn't even go away after you beat him. For fuck's sake. The only thing you get is a star next to your save file. A fucking star. I don't get it. Why? Is it really that hard to program the world after the main villain is gone? I don't think so. The game proves itself that they are perfectly capable of showing different dialogue and making the world change after something happens. Take, for example, quelling the divine beasts in each of the separate places. That area changes permanently after doing that. like Zora's Domain not having constant rain showers, or Gerudo Valley not having perpetual sandstorms. Also, everyone thanks you after you do this, and you feel like you really did something and affected the world. So the game is capable of doing that. But it just fucking puts you back before the final boss battle. Just give me something, game. I'm so disappointed that I don't get to explore the world after this. It really puts me off from wanting to do anything after that. And there are so many side quests to do in this game that I would have loved to done after I beat Ganon. But now that I know that my efforts are for naught, it really makes me not want to play the game anymore. I mean, you may think I'm just nitpicking this, but it really made me mad. After beating Horizon Zero Dawn and it pulled that shit, wow, I really hope Breath of the Wild doesn't do this in 3 days when it comes out. But guess what it did? And I only complain because I love this game, and I really want it to be better, but this minor flaw really brings it down a little bit. And I don't want that. I want it to be perfect, because this game has the capacity to be perfect. I mean, you don't have to give me much. Just make all his calamity gone. The fucking little blobby purple stuff you see on the ground that hurts you when you step on it. Yeah, that shit. Make that gone. Also, maybe have like a few characters say, hey look, Ganon's gone. That's cool, I guess. Don't know who did that, but he's probably a nice guy. Also, maybe have the princess and a few other NPCs walk around the castle after defeating him, trying to uncover all that's been destroyed. I mean, just, I don't know, man. This just really irked me. Enough to get my lazy ass out of bed and actually do something. Yeah, making an internet video really shows that you did something. Maybe I'm just missing the point. Perhaps I just don't see the reason why it ends the way it does. Let me know if I'm just some stupid pasty white kid who is dumb and shouldn't exist because he just criticized the best game of the decade. Or I'm just nitpicking a minor point to a great game and I should shut up and just enjoy it for what it is. It doesn't matter. I still love this game and I'm still going to play it to death. But let me know what you think, one dude watching this video. Do you follow the same point as me or no? Let me know. Okay. I'm done.